So one of the things that I enjoy doing is talking with other YouTubers about our experiences and what kind of things work for us. These kind of conversations usually boil down to two things. One, we start talking about techniques that we try that are kind of widely known to game the algorithm, things like clickbait and provocative thumbnails and hooking viewers like fish in the first 5 seconds of a video and letting them flop around on the shore. And then the second thing we talk about we exchange theories about why specific successful videos performed well. I think that YouTubers, when they get together, rarely talk about the actual content of our videos or the subjects that we cover. A lot of YouTube viewers, people who don't make videos, may be surprised to learn that there's an entire lucrative genre of YouTuber claiming to teach how to be successful on YouTube. The YouTube guru. These people seem to be somehow blessed by the gods with the divine inside secrets of YouTube and its algorithm. They have entire channels devoted to teaching you how to grow your channel. These are the vampires of YouTube. By the way, I'm not talking about the how I grew my channel to 100,000 subscribers video that every YouTuber is required to post when they reach 100,000 subscribers. I'm talking about guys who do this full time. And I want to make it clear that there's definitely a certain amount of useful information these YouTube mystics impart to new creators, general tips and advice that YouTube itself publishes. And if you feel like they've helped you as a YouTuber, great. I'm not trying to call out anyone in particular. I think some of them are genuinely sincere in their efforts. It's a bit like astrology. Practitioners will tell you what you want to hear, but two fortune tellers will probably tell you two contradictory things. General channel advice and best practices isn't rocket science. You certainly don't need a guru for this stuff, but what we suspect makes a specific video popular is way more fun to speculate about because we rarely completely understand why, and whatever we did on one video won't necessarily work for another video. The fact is, the algorithm employs too many variables for anyone to give anything more than the very basic advice. All of us are experts in hindsight, looking at a particular video and deducing factors that probably resonated with viewers, but nobody can effectively apply that to videos before publishing because each video is different. If it were possible, YouTube gurus would create their own viral videos and retire. There's money in telling other people how to make money. YouTube experts very much remind me of those guys who used to have infomercials about how to get rich in real estate. The implication is that anyone can strike gold. You just need to unlock the secrets that the regular hoi polloi aren't privy to. We all want a shortcut to success. The sales pitch is the same as most get-rich-quick schemes, but with different language. Instead of how to gain wealth, it's how to grow your channel. You can make $1 million doing this is replaced with you can get 1 million subscribers by doing this. It's no longer about establishing a customer base, but rather building a community. The videos themselves are referred to as content, which has an air of like trade jargon to it. You're not riffraff like the people who just post videos. Your subscribers are considered your audience, even though a fraction of them actually watch your videos. And since the term influencer is kind of scoffed at these days, you don't influence people, you impact lives and offer value. These kind of vague, non-tangible phrases are great because they can't be quantified and they make video creators feel heroic, like our channels purely exist in the service of others. Almost every YouTuber will consider almost every video they make as valuable. I mean, seriously, if you have a video with 100 views, I can almost guarantee that at least 1 or 2 people are going to find something of value in it because they spent the time to watch it. And it doesn't matter that most YouTube guru channels don't have big audiences themselves because they don't need to grow their own channels. The real money is in selling you a program on how to grow your channel. And by growing your channel, they're almost always talking about, you guessed it, subscribers. Even though YouTube itself and its algorithm hasn't really been interested in subscribers since 2012. The implied message is that you'll be able to make a lot of money, quit your day job, if you can just pay for their expertise. In fact, let's look at it this way. It's not spending money, it's an investment in your future. And hey, if their advice doesn't work and your channel doesn't grow, it's because you just didn't hustle hard enough. One recurring message they like to preach is that all you need to do is just produce good content. Again, nobody publishes videos they don't think is good content. A lot of my videos aren't good, at least in hindsight, because at the time I believed they were good because I spent a lot of time making them. And just in case you're a skeptical-minded person, YouTube offers a method for gurus to bring some science into their faith: analytics. So here's the thing about analytics. One thing I've discovered after many years of really diving deep into YouTube analytics is that there's very little practical, actionable information you can gain from the mountains of data it provides. I mean, sure, it's interesting information, but I've spoken to hundreds of very successful YouTubers over the past 14 years, and very few have attributed more than a fraction of their success to YouTube analytics. In fact, most people I talk to don't even bother to look at analytics beyond like your top 10 list. I think the problem with analytics is what I alluded to before. There's just too many variables in a video and too many points of data in the YouTube algorithm to actively use any of this information to craft a single successful video. If you could, every video would look nearly identical. Past success is no guarantee of future performance. For example, I know that videos on my main channel where I talk about woodworking usually perform a lot better than videos where I make a project. Unless it's a shop project, that's an exception. Videos about tools do pretty well. None of this information is gathered from analytics, but just common sense at looking at simple view counts. If I have a short that performs well, it's usually because it generated some sort of controversy that I didn't foresee. And if I do try to create controversy, it just never seems to work. Anyways, I just thought I would mention this for any of you who are thinking about starting a YouTube channel. There's just so much competition on YouTube these days, especially with the onslaught of new creators and viewers in 2020. I think the main thing you need to be successful today is you have to be doing something different, and you have to deliver it in an exciting way. Within every genre on YouTube, there's thousands of channels doing basically the same thing. But a lot of times, YouTube success is really just that you happen to hit upon the right combination of thousands of data points that appeals to the algorithm and viewers. And really, the algorithm is way more clever than any YouTube expert.